On today's show, the Moza ES Formula Wheel Mod. I'm Shaun Cole, this is the Simpit, and today we're here to check out the Moza ES Formula Wheel Mod. This is a 280mm wheel rim that transforms the original ES wheel rim into this. Presto Magico. The ES steering wheel is the least expensive steering wheel option from Moza Racing and is part of one of the best starter kits that you can get in the R5 bundle. The ES steering wheel on its own goes for $139, or part of that bundled version with the ES rim, the R5 base, the SRP pedals, and even a table clamp for $5.99. The ES Formula Mod goes for $39 and only works on that ES steering wheel. The mod is a Formula style wheel, as I mentioned, and is built on a 4mm thick aluminum plate that is anodized in black and perfectly cut and shaped to fit on the ES central hub. At each end are TPU rubber grips that are anti-slip, anti-sweat, and made to last. Installing the rim is pretty basic, and it does come with all the tools and hardware that you need to get the job done, and it starts with removing the 6 central bolts from the middle of the hub. On the back side of the original rim, there are 3 tiny screws to remove as well. At that point, the rim, the hub, and the quick release are all free from each other except for the cord to be careful of. The original rim is then removed and replaced with the Formula style rim, making sure to put the little spring back in the hole. On this one, you only need the main 6 bolts, not the back 3 screws. There are alignment holes for the quick release to the hub to make sure they are lined up with the Moza logo facing the top of the rim, and also making sure not to pinch the cord. In total, it only took me a few minutes. With the rim installed, we can see what a great job they did of shaping and cutting this wheel rim to perfectly fit around the buttons and the protrusions of the hub with clearance all the way around. It looks perfectly stock or just like it came from the factory this way. And since the only change was actually a physical one to the rim, we won't need to remap any of our controls or anything in game. This was just a wheel rim swap and we can get right back to driving. The rim did include a sticker sheet, so if you want to add some stickers to remember some of the button functions on your new wheel rim, you can add those as well. We already did a full review of the ES steering wheel with that R5 bundle review that we did on the show, and we have a link here in the description if you want to check it out. That'll tell you about the functionality of the shifters and the buttons and all of that. But today we're really just focusing on the wheel rim, the differences between the round rim and the Formula rim. The transformation really does change not only the feeling in your hands, but even your perception while driving. What I mean by that is the round wheel feels larger, even if it's the same size, which it is. Something about the freedom of hand placement makes the rim feel larger. The Formula rim is the exact width, but as perhaps expected, it feels quicker turning. I also feel more in command with the Formula style rim when matched with the right car. This is why I talk about perception. It is funny how a slower tin top car feels just right with a round wheel, and an open wheel car feels just right with a rim like this. For me, I think it's speed and precision, because even the modern GT cars drive well with a wheel like this. The rubber grips on the wheel have a flattened shape in your hands, which feel great on the sides and wrapping around for the paddle shifters, although I did find the front to have a bit more edge or sharpness to it. The rubber is a nice density. It's not squishy at all, which makes me believe that it will last. And at the same time, it's not so hard that it loses comfort. I did run this wheel without gloves and was also surprised by how sweat resistant it actually was. I guess this TPU is some sort of miracle compound. The overall stiffness of the rim is super strong, and even if you try, you're not going to get any flex out of it. Maybe out of the hub and quick release, but not out of the rim. I also appreciate the way it fits the original hub like it was the original design. It just makes it look that much better. Normally now we would move into the good, the not so good, and the bottom line, but with the product so basic as just a wheel rim mod, I think we can just advance right to the bottom line. The ES Formula mod is a really nice, inexpensive mod or changeover for one and only one wheel. If you own an ES wheel, this will either not be for you or it's going to be music to your ears. And if you are considering the ES wheel or the R5 bundle, it's a great option to include or add on later. That should tell you everything you need to know about the Moza Racing ES Formula Wheel mod, and of course you can check it out for yourself at mozaracing.com. I'd like to invite you to watch our live show Friday mornings 9 a.m. Pacific time. That is Simpit Live on Twitch, where each and every week we will talk about what's going on in sim racing, the latest news, what's going on, and new products and things that you need to know about in sim racing. We'll start that show back up on the 6th of January, and I'd invite you to come check that out. Be sure to thumbs up this show if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can find out when our next video comes out, and thank you for watching. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.